Hi and welcome. I am going to share with you today a 20 minutes evening practice to unwind, to release tension from the back line of your body so you can stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system and get ready for a very good night's sleep. So once you're ready, you will only need a fold-up blanket. Everybody's got one. If you don't have a blanket, you can use a towel. And then you will need a strap. So if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use belt, you can use scarf. Just get creative. But there is a will, there is a way. So if you're using a belt, you just buckle it up and make it sure that it's not sliding. So it's nice and solid. And if you're using a scarf, you just tied up those two ends together. And again, make it nice and solid. So once you're ready, come back and meet me on the mat. So I assume that if you're watching this video, you had a busy day and you just like to unwind so you can get ready for bed. It's a 20 minutes practice, and yes, you do have 20 minutes before you go to bed. So just try it today. So let's lie flat on our back. We start with some nice and simple Yoga Nidra. So just lying flat on the back. It's important that you're lying on a solid ground. You can put a blanket underneath you. You can place a little pillow underneath your head if your neck is sore. But I highly recommend to just come in contact with the earth. If you do have any lower back tension, you can bend your knees, plant your feet to the floor, and then bring your knees together. That's a nice constructive rest for the lumbar spine. And you can just keep your palms on your belly or arms alongside of the body. If it feels okay, stretch your legs out and then find your little pinky toenails and flip them out to the side. So there's this natural inner opening through the inner seam of your legs, your inner thighs. And the same way with your palms. Palms are facing up, or you can keep your palms on your belly to be more in tune with the breath awareness and its effect on the bodily sensations. So once you find your place, take a deep breath in through the nose. A little bit more. Little bit more, little bit more. Hold the breath in. And then exhale slowly, gradually out of your nose. Feel the belly collapsing in. As you push the last breath out, keep your breath out. And then we inhale again. Inhale, we breathe in. A little bit more, little bit more. Hold the breath in. And then we exhale. Gradually empty your lungs and hold the breath out. Come back up, breath retention. Just sense the stillness. And then we begin again. Inhale, we breathe in. In, a little bit more, little bit more. Hold the breath in. And then exhale. As you push the last breath out, let your body to relax into the earth. Hold the breath out. And we do one more. Inhale, we breathe in. In, little bit more, little bit more, little bit more. Hold the breath in. Feel that internal expansion. And then we exhale everything out. As you finish your exhalation, just pause. And then ever so swiftly start allowing your body to take the next breath. Take your time. Slowly let your body to settle into its natural habitual pattern of your breathing. And just do nothing but relax. Feel the sensations through the back of the skull. Feel the contact of the back body and the earth, the back of the shoulder blades, your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms. Dropping deeper and deeper into the ground through the sitting bones, the back of your thighs, your calf muscles, your heels. And then literally just hit the ground. Let it all go, physically, mentally, emotionally. And as you're dropping deeper and deeper into the place of stillness, physically, you'd like that physical stillness to mirror in your mental stillness. Yet somehow as we come down into these moments of stillness, the mind gets busy and loud. Lots of mental images, lots of dialogues, lots of conversations you had or you didn't have. This inner voice, so to speak, begins to really be dominant, taking over your entire space. And you cannot get rid of the voice inside of your head. But what you can do is you can begin to start slowly shifting the awareness away from the voice inside of the head, away from all those mental tendencies, and just feeling into this moment, feeling into your breath coming in and out through the nose, allowing your belly to rise and fall as your body inhale and exhale. And just fully diving deeper into the present moment, right here, right now. Feel into every single muscle, tissue, bone, joint inside of your body. And then see if you can relax a little bit more. Feeling into the spaciousness of your feet, your ankles, your shin bones, the top of the knees, the top of your thighs. Rising up through the top of the hips, feeling into the spaciousness of your pelvic floor, the diamond shape of the pelvic floor. Feeling into those two hip sockets, your sacrum, your pubic bone, your tailbone. Just go deeper inside and just feel and breathe. And you can begin to notice that without you trying, your mind will automatically begins to label, begins to like and dislike, evaluate and judge, compare, analyze, and so on. And it is your mind's job to do so. So don't get upset, don't get angry, don't get frustrated when you catch yourself in those mental tendencies or conversations. It is your mind's job to make sense of the three-dimensional world around you to keep you safe. So be grateful that you have this capacity, as it is fundamental for your human experience. So instead of getting angry or frustrated, see if you can turn into a state of gratitude that you have this capacity. And then notice that it's not time for you to like anything. This is not time for you to evaluate, to conceptualize, to make any decisions, to prove or to hide anything. This is time for you to relax and release and restore. So with that sense of gratitude, you start slowly coming back through each and every breath into that deep state of presence of your body, of this moment. And then just gradually, carefully feeling into the spaciousness of your rib cage, feeling into the bottom line of your ribs, feeling the rise of your abdomen, feeling the rise of your ribs, the side, the back, the front, and then feel how everything collapses in as your body exhales. It's very subtle. You don't have to exaggerate, you don't have to forcefully pull the breath in, neither to push the breath out. You're just tapping your awareness into those soft, smooth edges underneath your skin as you inhale and exhale. To the point that you're just becoming aware how your body is literally breathing you. You are not the body, you have the body. So just feel into each and every breath. Sense into that interior depth as you exhale. Feel into the top of the shoulders, the inner armpits, the collarbones, the throat. Perhaps can you even feel your own heart is beating? That could be a little bit too abstract, but that's okay. Just take all the time. You find your mind and the so-called voice inside of the head extremely disturbing. Perhaps just begin your practice by noticing the difference or distinguishing between the voice inside of the head, so to speak, and the awareness underlying the voice. Who is it that is aware of that inner dialogue and the voice? As ultimately, you are not the voice inside of the head. That voice inside of the head is just a reflection of everything you have come through, the conditioning, your background, your culture, all the books you've read, all that you've seen, you've heard, you learned. So see if through each and every conscious breath, you are drawing yourself away from the voice inside of the head into the awareness, just being aware. The whole body-mind awareness. I am breathing in, and the whole body-mind awareness. I am breathing out. And And through each and every conscious breath, you are tapping into the infinite amount of abundance inside of your body, within each and every cell. The aliveness underneath your skin. Feeling into your face, your cheeks, your mouth, your nose, your eyelids, your forehead, your ears, the side of the head, the top of the head, your forehead. And then see if through the space between your eyebrows you can sink deeply inside of the skull, right behind your eyebrows. And just rest the awareness there for a moment. And then relax a little bit more, a little bit more. Good job. And then just see if you can begin to sense the top of your lips, maybe noticing the taste in your mouth. And then just start slowly begin to feel the sensations through your feet, through the top of your fingers. And then maybe just rotate your wrist, rotate your ankles a couple of times, one way, a few times the other. Maybe lift your eyebrows, maybe shake your head from side to side. And then as you inhale, take your arms up and over your head. Give yourself a nice long stretch. It's almost like if you just wake up after a long time of a sleep. And then just exhale, release your arms back alongside of the body. So today practice, we will focus on the back line of your body in a very, very restorative way. So to begin, see if you can bend your knees. Plant your feet to the floor, lift the hips up, and take that little rolled up blanket underneath your sacrum, sort of between your sitting bones and your lower back, just to get a bit of a support there. If you need more support, if you're quite fragile in your lower back, maybe take a cushion there. But this fold up blanket or your pillow, your towel should be enough. And then find your strap or find your scarf. Perfect. And then lift your right leg up and place one side of the strap behind your right foot. Bend your left knee and place the opposite side behind your head, and just be careful around your ears. And then you place it right behind your head, and then adjust your strap or your scarf. And then here, I'd like you to keep your right leg straight to the point that you really lock the kneecap. So if you practice yoga, you might always hear the guidance to keep your knees bent when you're stretching the back of your legs. It's because most of the time we're standing and we could possibly damage the knee joint. Here, there is no weight on the knee, so really lock the kneecap and dorsiflex your right foot. So there is a deep stimulation through the back of the leg, but to the point that it's very subtle. There's no intense stretch on the muscle, so you don't have to make any like, ooh, ah, or something like that. So in general speaking, in yoga, there's this misconception of that yoga is stretching or that we are targeting muscles to stretch. And that could not be any further from the truth, as ultimately all the yoga asanas are here to stimulate the energy pathways which runs through your body. And that cannot happen, or the best way how you can access the energy pathways is when the poses we're doing are in a very relaxed state. So if there is too much intensity on the muscles and we're tearing the muscles apart, it's creating stress on the body, which increases inflammation, and we are kind of counteractive with what we're doing. So make sure that it's very subtle. You can just fully relax. You can almost go to sleep. And your head is off the ground. So you're getting a nice release through the whole back line of your body. Some of you might feel it more in the neck. Some of you might feel it more in the legs. Doesn't really matter as long as your head is off the ground. And you just let yourself be. Take your arms alongside of your body, palms facing up. And your job here is to aim and sustain your awareness on the breath and within the sensations of the body. Just training and wiring your mind to be present, to be right here, right now. And every time when you catch yourself wander somewhere into some sort of a rehearsal of situation or some conversations or some imaginary world, just again, it's not time to be critical, it's a victory, it's time to celebrate. Yes, I caught myself to not to be present, to not to be here, so I'll get myself back on track. And if you do it enough times, you will create, every time you create new synaptic connection in your brain. And then ultimately, all this practice you do right here, right now, will transmute into your day-to-day activities. So you will become more present, even when you're not trying to. And it will become your second nature. So relax through the ankles, relax through the knees, relax through the hips, your middle back, your shoulders. Soften your face and just feel into this one breath coming in and this one breath going out. And again, if you're quite new to the practice, if you have lots of sensibility in your lower back, you might like to keep this left knee bent. I think that feels nice. You can stretch the left leg long, adding a nice stimulation through the left hip. Keep letting go. As you begin to be more aligned with the awareness, beyond all the mental noise and tendencies, you will become more and more anchored in your true essence. You will become way more clear with your needs, with your values, with your own deeper knowing. So nice. By now you should start feeling a nice sensations through the calf muscles, through the back of the leg, maybe your hip, maybe your lower back, maybe behind your neck. It starts slowly releasing so you can feel the effect. So stay with it. There could be a temporary discomfort, and it is all good. So dive deeply into it. Don't turn away from the discomfort. Yield into it. And just calmly breathing, aiming and sustaining the awareness right here, right now, with your breath. gradually, carefully, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Long breath out, open mouth. Just to reset. Firstly, take the strap from behind your head and lower the head slowly down. And then lift your left leg up, switch, and then lower the right leg down. Take a pause, take a moment, shake the leg. You can bend the knee, enjoy the rebound effect. And then once you feel ready, you simply do the same thing over to the other side. Again, you can start with your right knee bent, or you can keep your right leg long. Keep your knee nicely straight. Give yourself time to settle into it. Feel the back line of your body from the back of the skull down into the back of the heel. You might have to adjust the strap, maybe difference between your left and your right leg. It's very common. Again, making sure the sensations are very subtle. It's sweet, it's soft. Yet, as we holding the posture for a longer time, there could be a sense of discomfort or aversion arise. Just again, don't get caught up, don't react, just be aware. Again, making sure there's no intense stress on the muscles. It's very subtle, very soft. So you could almost fall asleep here. And just dropping deeper and deeper into the moment, into your body. Always keep coming back to the breath, to the sensations, again and again and again. No one can do this job for you. The practice of yoga is experiential. You can read, you can study all the books, all the scripts, but you have to come on the mat and do the work. You have to come and face that busy mind. And as you're drifting into your breath, into the sensations of the body, the thoughts and the mental tendencies will lose their power. They will still be there. cannot control the mind. You cannot control what thoughts will come back. You cannot control whether the thought will disturb you or not. It just happens. You can always just choose to come back to the breath, into the present moment. And the more you do it, the more the time between the thought disturbing and the awareness will prolong to the point that the thoughts or the mental tendencies will no longer be disturbing. They will be just thoughts. Gradually, carefully, take a deep breath in through the nose. Long breath out. Good job. And then slowly release the belt first behind your head. If you need to, bend your knee of the right leg and then slowly release the left leg down. Drop it down, stretch both of your legs long. Your legs might feel super heavy, but simultaneously they might feel super light. So just feel into those subtle changes. Let it all soak into your legs. Feel the sensations. Feel the expansive energy moving through your legs, up and down, side to side. Just have the direct experience of the effect of the practice. Feel the sensations in your legs. You might even feel your legs are a couple of inches longer all of a sudden. That's how much space you have created. Or ultimately you come back to, as it is always there, all along. And then just gently bend your knees, plant your feet to the floor, walk your feet slightly apart. You can remove the blanket or the towel underneath your hips and then flip your knees over to the left side just to neutralize your lower back here a little. It's a gentle twist through the hips. It will feel nice. Breathe in. Long breath out. Flop your knees up and then drip the knees over to the other side. Just for a moment. Just neutralizing. Beautiful. And slowly bring your knees up. Give your knees good hug, good squeeze. Point and flex your feet. If you hear those cracks, that's perfect. And then drop your knees over to the left. Look to the right. Breathe in. Long breath out. And then we inhale, bring your knees back up. And then exhale to the right. Stay there for 3. Take it ever so slow, ever so swift. Good job. Inhale, bring your knees back up. And then exhale, drop the feet down. If you catch yourself super relaxed right now, maybe finish with extra time in stillness, in Shavasana, allowing yourself to fully receive all the new perspective, new ideas, new fresh energy through your body, through the mind. Or if it's time for you to go, you can slowly roll over to the side and make your way up into sitting. Take a moment to finish before you fully rush off in a straight spine position. Allow your palms to meet at your center of the heart, just to embody the stillness for a few more moments. And finish your practice with infinite loving gratitude for all that you are, all that you have in this moment. Even if it's just for that you could practice tonight, today. Don't forget to thank to yourselves. Namaste. Thank you. Have a wonderful sleep.